Back in October, the Cowboys lost a shootout in their first matchup against the Voyagers. Can Houston sweep the series? Find out next.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. First down, Prescott. Can't get away, and he's taken down. Montez Sweat make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. A hole to dig out of here, 2nd and 17. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left staring at a 3rd and 14. Prescott to throw it. He finds his man, complete. It's Horton. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Their opening drive here is going to result in a punt. They got 7 yards there, but not enough. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Fielded at about the 28. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Dawson. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL, so when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get good old steam going.
A stop there on 3rd. They could have held him to 3 on this opening drive. Now they have to bow their necks on 1st and goal.
And if I'm looking at this from the offense's point of view, that's a big-time pickup right there. And I'd go right at him with another momentum play. I'd go quickly and attack them, because right now they probably have their heads down a little bit since they didn't stop him on 3rd down.
He had to fight that time. Ran through 1 tackle, but ultimately he's only going to get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll try again. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1. They'll run here on 3rd and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Voyagers have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Cowboy offense heading out. Let's take a look at the playoff picture coming into the weekend in the NFC. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got an open man, it's Michael Gallup. Fights through and now a crease. And all the way down to the 29.
Let's go.
A big play here for Dallas.
At CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined Gallup there.
On first down. It's Horton, and he'll get about 4 as he's brought down at the 24. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct. And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game.
For good reason, quarterbacks want to get the ball to the perimeter to their wide receivers for big plays. But in this situation, it felt like, based on coverage, he knew that he wanted his tight end to have the football, and for good reason.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit, and they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted.
John Johnson with the INT.
The first down.
So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. 7-7, our score after 1. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And as a result, possession switches hands. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. He'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
And they will finally bring this run back to an end, but not before he's down inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Following the interception, here's Prescott. Touchdown, Cowboys! 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys have taken the lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only 1 play to score it.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And now out comes Houston. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A huge play there for Houston. They'll look to throw here on first down. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, it's Gibson. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll run with Gibson. And he goes diving forward to try to get an extra yard or 2. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal.
And Brandon, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. Because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Voyagers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
And he's got it here for the 2 points, but there is a marker down, so we'll have to see what that's about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
It's a squib kick that still makes its way down inside the 15.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Wide open, Amari Cooper. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there on the catch and run. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Let's go!
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Eluding the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry. Throwing deep for Stewart. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big connection on that one. 39 yards.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route well run, and the football right on the money.
On 2nd and goal, Prescott. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Good coverage on the outside, and I think that's where he wanted to check that down to. But once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Jonathan Allen in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
McPherson's kick is good.
And with that, they'll take a 2-point lead here in quarter number 2. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with him trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
26, Mike, 26.
On play action, they'll throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Dawson. 20, 10. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. 88 yards. And the Voyagers on just 2 plays have taken the lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is up to 5. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Now Dak Prescott of the offense heading back onto the field. You know, normally he's probably happy with how he's playing. He's playing pretty well, but in the second quarter, you look up your team's losing. I don't think any quarterback's satisfied.
Not at all, and what they're really seeking is how do I play even better and inspire my teammates to do exactly the same in order for us to get back on top of the scoreboard. That's when you find out you have a quarterback. If they're just satisfied with their stat line,
they're not really a leader.
Not at all. You just have a guy playing the position.
And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So that one will be accepted. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. To throw is Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Horton. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. 2nd and 11. Here's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Horton. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Prescott yet again. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
And this is off the left upright. And it comes back. It's no good. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the second half. All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And this offense set to go now to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. Uses the stiff arm. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. A huge play there for Houston. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Curtis Samuel, his second touchdown on the season.
And the Voyagers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
And this is going to be called. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. And the formula there on the two-point try to go 5 wide. Not even the option to hand the ball off. They got it.
They tried to create space, and there isn't a whole lot of it there. For the defense, what you're trying to do is make sure there's someone, if they're going to catch the ball, make them catch it behind you because they run out of space with the back line. But in this case, the offense figured it out.
So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air.
He'll get this complete to Rondale Moore.
Touchdown, Cowboys!
Rondale Moore.
His second touchdown on the season. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And the lead will shrink to 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Houston set to take over. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
They go play action here on first down. He finds his man, complete. It's Dawson. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll look to throw here. He's got Njoku over the middle. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Voyagers add 6 to their lead.
They'll try and throw for it. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that brings their lead up even further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Dallas offense set for this next drive.
And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drives, exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. Under pressure, and down he goes. Jonathan Allen has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Yeah, that's a nice job there defensively to blanket those receivers on third down. And as a quarterback, all you can do is just lob one toward the bench. Not too close, mind you, and live to pump the football.
40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Back to throw.
That's out to the flat for Gibson. Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it.
It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
So potentially a turning point here in the third quarter as that swings the door back open just a bit.
Yeah, they're still down 2 scores, but I do think we're at that point in the game where you're going to reach for the football whenever possible. You're going to hear the coaches scream from the sidelines, tackle him, second guy in, tackle the ball.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
They'll keep it on the ground. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Now Prescott. And this is going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is. Down here in the third quarter, obviously that's one they could have used.
Yeah, one of my favorite special teams coaches in the NFL told me what separates the kickers in the NFL versus the ones who are not is not the misses. It's the second miss in a row. Best kickers in the league, they don't miss 2 in a row. He's got to get his head back together in case he gets another shot.
Now they air it out to start the drive, and it's complete. And he takes this down deep on the Cowboys' side of the field. A big play that time through the air. 37 yards.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Back now here on EA Sports. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. And now they're in the hurry-up. He'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Dawson. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and 4.
He'll try again. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Voyagers add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. And this will not be returned. It will come out to the 25.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Prescott now. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's Horton. Well, first down screen pass, good for 5. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
That is caught by Lamb.
Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Prescott to throw it. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Cowboys 31.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. They'll run on first down. Gibson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And he is out of bounds here. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Now he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. They'll try to run this one in. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. Taking it in. And the Voyagers Cowboys stretch this fourth quarter lead even further, and they are closing in on win number 12 of the season.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third.
Fighting through it, he's got space. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10.
He was trying to go back to more there, but it'll be 2nd down. Now Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Horton. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Prescott from the gun.
He'll fire this deep for Gallup.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and he's able to get it back to right around the 27.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson. Even with that broken tackle, can't go very far. Stop short of the 30. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And the Cowboys here on 3rd down, bringing in an extra defensive back. They'll try the left side with Gibson.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. He finds his man complete. That's Dawson. And he will finally be taken out of bounds. It's a big play there on 4th and 10. So on 4th down, a big-time completion. And the defense, they've got to be shaking their heads right now.
Not only shaking their heads, but understand that they committed one of those cardinal sins that they say they can't do at any time. They committed an...
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Antonio Gibson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Voyagers are able to add on to that lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. He's going to let it fly. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Kevin Farley. Week after week, we're seeing plays like this from him. I think he's in line. We've discussed it before for NFL Defensive Player of the Year.
And a big reason why, I think, is because of his ball skills. And that's something that, for guys of his position, they've talked about it for years. They've done the drills. But they've really increased it in recent seasons because of the offense have gotten so good. He knows how to take the ball away. That is huge for a defender.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. 2nd and 10. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down. That one looks like he'll throw here. He finds his man, complete. It's Dawson. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Looking to throw. Flush to his right. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill, but remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there. And sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
One last shot now for Prescott. And this is dropped and incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone as time has run out on this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory.